nerdiness is sexy too, you know?
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adult children of all ages, the 12th Team Podcast is back with Season 2, Episode 2 to bring to you one of the greatest podcasts in the world. I told you I'm going to stop with all this nothing against this season, so we're just going to get right into it. We are joined live with a special guest, Moon Prism _ cosplay. She kills it with almost every single cosplay you've probably seen her do. If you guys were out last night in Chicagoland area and just so happened to see Momo Ayase around, it may have been somebody, not going to say who, but we are here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm really excited to be here. And I love the intro.
Trying our best to try something a little bit different, a little bit more of a flavorful vibe. But to get into it before we start anything, Michelle, Moon Prism, you want to let everybody here know exactly what you do? It could be cosplay related or work or both.
Yeah, so I am your anime-loving, gym-obsessed, pole dancing cosplayer. That's kind of my thing on Instagram. And it's really just a combination of all of my hobbies merged into like one, which is awesome and a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know what else to share.
Well, that's always fun still, though. At least we know that your videos are fire, actually. And we all should know that. Trust me, you see us all the time. I don't know if you ever catch it, but almost everything we try to make sure we like entertain, of course, especially, when the Grinch came out.
So I'm just silly. Like that's the thing. Like the main thing about me is that I'm really goofy. I'm just having fun. And that's basically like what my account is all about. It's just like me just having fun. You'll kind of just see like my shenanigans because I love shenanigans. And then it's just like really highlighting a lot of stuff I do with my friends too. Like we go to a lot of conventions. We go to a lot of different like events in the area too. So it's really just like me kind of just doing a highlights and like a collection, right, of just all that stuff.
Right. Little person. Into anime also?
Yes, I'm raising them right.
See?
Raising them right.
Look at that. Starting off with the big three, I hope. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Or you starting off with Sailor Moon?
You know what? They are not into Sailor Moon yet. They like Demon Slayer. We actually watch like Demon Slayer together and stuff like that. Kind of they're in the background when I'm watching Naruto too. But I'll get them. He's only he's just 7 right now, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is a hit for a lot of people.
Yes, it's a good one for them.
Let's keep going. Listen, it's okay. I'm not the biggest fan. The animation is great, but there aren't really any characters that I can
relate
attach
to.
Attach to and really get behind. As the later season came along, I kind of got behind Tanjiro a bit more. Zenitsu, he should be going crazy in the movie, just like all the memes from him falling and everything, but I'm not really a huge fan of him. And Inosuke, that's kind of my dog, but I don't feel he gets enough shine though, because he kind of goes crazy and whatnot. And out of the Hashira, the only ones that I like, one's dead and one's disabled. So
I'm guessing Rengoku and Tengen.
Tough luck there. So yeah. But the animation is fire though. I'll give it that for sure.
So you probably have been on, of course, to other ones. we want to just get a feel of who you are, who Michelle is, the insight, the life of it, and probably talk about either some anime moments that you've had that resonated with you on a more deeper and personal scale, if there is a moment like that.
There is a lot. I'm a really, like, emotional type of person, like, I
Okay.
am crying watching anime, like, I
No,
am
I feel
going
that.
through all the emotions, I am crying, I think I've even posted on my story, I was watching Naruto,
Mm,
'cause I didn't really watch it like, I got late into Naruto. I
okay.
didn't start watching it until, like, last year's when, like, I watched the first show. I did that one, mostly no filler, 'cause that killed me.
Okay.
Now I'm on Shippuden that I
Uh,
started, like, not that long ago, but I'm watching every single episode. So,
okay.
it's taking me a hot minute to get through it. But I was, like, watching, when he a lot of moments that made me cry in that show, but the last one that got me was, Naruto, like, saw his dad and, like, when Jiraiya died, it was, like, all around, like, that kind of,
Mm,
like, period,
Okay.
and I was like, "Oh my god, he found out his dad is the Hokage." Like, I was just bawling, like, laughing because 'cause I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm, like this," but I was
yeah,
bawling, but,
yeah.
so I'll kinda, like, start, from the beginning, my
Okay.
experience with
Okay.
anime and kind of what I'm all about and stuff. So for me, I was always just like I was a really like shy kid growing up, kind of kept to myself, loved video games a lot. And my first introduction to anime was Sailor Moon. So now I think I'm also like dating myself a little bit. Like people are gonna know how old I and like
No,
the
of
rough
course
age range
not.
I
Of course.
because I watched Sailor Moon and I thought the animation was really cool. It looked very different from any cartoon I've seen at the time, and I was just like all the action and everything that I was seeing was like different, and I liked it, and I liked seeing it was Sailor Moon, of course, like all of like the strong female like leads, like the females are the heroes here. And I thought that was really cool. And I kind of resonated with Usagi because, like I've mentioned earlier, I'm a bit of a softie, like a sentimental gal, and but she kicks ass. And I was like, that's kind of like how I feel. I mean, at that time, I wanted to kind of feel like powerful and strong
Right.
like a hero because I was kind of nerdy, shy, and I got like picked on and stuff. So I was like,
Mhm.
looking at anime to see like people I resonated with that were like the heroes I wanted to be.
Okay.
And yeah, so I really kind of clung onto her character because it's like it's okay to like freak out and it's okay to cry, but like you can also, kick butt and everything. Um so that's kind of what started me. But again, it came off like at odd times and it's like I didn't know like when to catch it
Okay.
consistently at that time.
Mm,
And then it wasn't, I think like in high school, I got into Inuyasha with Adult Swim. Like a lot of people, you're watching like Toonami, Adult Swim, like at like 2, 1 a.m. And again, I was like, oh, it's like a similar style as like Sailor Moon. Like, what is this? I fell in love with the story. Inuyasha is actually like my favorite
Uh,
anime of all time. I've watched that like
okay.
3 times already. And it, that was actually like my first anime cosplay was Kagome.
that's
Mm,
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first one, so it was good. And yeah, like I then watched like Lupin the Third was another one that would come on, I think after Inuyasha and a
Yep.
few
For that
others here and
Toonami,
there.
the Toonami not line
Drag
up.
yeah, Dragon Ball was another one that like I would watch here and there as well too. And but it was like rough at that time because like it's not as easily accessible as it is now. So if I wanted to see it, I had to find some random website that wasn't gonna give my family computer a virus or something. And or go on YouTube and you're typing like Sailor Moon season 1 episode 1 part 1,
part one.
and all of that. And then hoping that it doesn't get caught and then like they like take it off the site or something like that.
Mm,
So that was kind of like my early days in anime and then I took a big hiatus like as y'all saw like I have a son, I have 2 kids, so like life and all these other things like college, career, like family kind of took
Yeah.
over where a lot of like my like nerdy tendencies like gaming and all this stuff kind of like took like a back seat.
Mm.
And I just kind of always was like, it just felt like that part was like missing, because like video games, for example, was such a huge part of like bonding with my siblings and my family, and I loved all of that. I spent so much time with it. And yeah, I think like there was just some time where I'm like, all right, I need to start doing things for me. Like I've just been doing a lot of things for,
Family,
others
family,
and
family.
all of that kind of stuff. Like I gotta like now nurture me again and like reconnect with like myself and who I am and like finding myself, I guess. And I turned back to my roots. Like I went back to gaming, and the pandemic certainly kind of like helped
Oh,
with that,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Now I had the time. I went back to gaming. I went back to like anime and all of this kind of stuff. And now there's like there was newer stuff. So Demon Slayer was the anime that got me back into like modern time, like modern
Okay.
anime now. And the rest from there, sister. I mean, I got Crunchyroll, now it's on Hulu, it's on Netflix, like it's on everything. And I love that it's like made like it's cool now because I remember like talking about all this stuff before and telling people like, oh, I like this show, I like that Sailor Moon. Who is that? What is that? I dressed
Mm-hmm.
up as her in second grade for Halloween, and nobody had any idea who I was.
God, wow.
Yeah, and now like I dress up at a convention,
And they knew
and
immediately.
everyone knows it. Like I did a pole competition in November, and my whole thing was Sailor Moon. It was a Sailor Moon routine. Even
Mm.
with the outfit, like I think I just had like a white like button up and like a blue skirt and stuff, and my hair kind of like this, and they're like, "Are you Sailor Moon?" I'm like, "Yes." Like immediately, just the buns and like a blue skirt, and people knew.
Okay.
Immediately.
Hmm.
So I've got two questions. One
Yeah,
is about an anime. The other one is about a video game.
sure.
Um, have you watched the anime Shy?
No, I
I
haven't.
want to be the first to put you on to some really
Okay.
good stuff. Check out Shy. It's going to be like your modern day kind of Sailor Moon ish.
Oh,
But I believe you will love that. And of course, when you get into it, just know who told you about it first.
oh, okay. I will. I will. I will be sure to give you a like personal shout out and be like, I love it, Avenue Show.
And then outside of that, you're a big gamer. So I've seen a few times you post about a little bit sometimes with gaming and whatnot. But what are some of your favorite gamings? Like growing up, like if you had to
Yeah,
give yourself like a big three list of games, depending on either genres, generations, or whatnot.
I love fighting games a lot. I keep seeing people play like this like the Marvels game right now too, and I'm
My
like, I
rivals.
want, I want to get in on it. I want to get in on it, but
Mm,
like I don't know what systems it's on or anything like that.
It's
Right
cross
now, I only got it.
platform, so
What?
it's cross platform, so you can play it on whatever system, and we can all still play together.
All right, I'm gonna look into it after
We got
this.
somebody added on, bro.
Yeah. Right now I have like a Nintendo Switch and like my laptop, right? But growing up, fighting games was my favorite. Mortal Kombat, actually. I got my
Okay.
first I remember playing Mortal Kombat like on the Super Nintendo, I think, like way back when. And then I got my first game for the PlayStation like for my like ninth birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just love those games. And then Tekken 5 personally is like my absolute favorite. I would just spend hours in high school playing that, passing the game like with every single character, like all of that. Um, the Mario Brothers on the Nintendo was like my first video game, so that nostalgic feeling, like I still
Yeah.
like just kind of going back and playing those. But nowadays, like I kind of consider myself just like a cozy gamer. Like I like to play it to kind of just unwind after a long day. Nothing that's like too just challenging or anything like that. So, Animal Crossing is like my favorite. Like I just need to like chill, de-stress. I don't want to think about anything. I'm just gonna just like vibe on my island with my little animals and picking fruit. Um,
You can
but
get to
Legend
Power
of
World.
Zelda. It is actually the like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom was the one, I guess like a newer game that I absolutely love that I would put in like my top 3 actually.
Did you play the old Legend of Zeldas?
I did not. I did not play those, but
Good
I've hear
literature.
so many great things about them, and like I've looked into them and stuff. But these the newer games definitely got me hooked into like the whole like world and series and lore, where I like want to go back and like play some of the old ones.
Hey, if you need a PlayStation emulator, I'm sure it's one around somewhere. But hey,
Yeah.
TikTok Shop got some also. That's kind of worth getting. Not, I'm not
Ah,
promoting. I'm not promoting, but I might slip and bow one as well.
all right, all right.
Shout out TikTok Shop. They come with the best stuff inside there.
Yeah.
So quick question: do you prefer the '90s anime, or Sailor Moon? What's it called? Sailor Moon Crystal.
Ooh, I prefer the 90s.
Why is that?
It you know what? I think again, like it's just that nostalgia. Like that's what I grew up with. That's what I know. And I've seen the Crystal one. I like it, but it like it looks different. It does look pretty, right? Animation looks it looks
Got a lot
different.
better.
It looks better, yeah, but I feel like it cuts out a lot of, I guess what you would say would be like the Sailor Moon filler, you know? But I love
Yeah,
that kind of stuff too. Because I think like those other episodes like adds to like the character development. That's what I like. That's what I look for. And with Crystal, it's like I've recommended it to people that I want to introduce to Sailor Moon as like a quick way to kind of like get the gist of it and get the story. Um, but personally, it's the 90s for me. I will never let it go.
it's the look, the feel, the OG-ness of
Yeah.
it. I feel you with it. That's it's the same way with Trigun when they did Vash, the new Trigun versus the old one.
Hmm.
I gotta go with the old one every time.
Yeah.
It hits
Yeah.
hard. But I know some people can't really get into the animation style, but if you can bear it, oh, story
Yeah.
is so good.
It's just like it's the artwork, you know, it's all of that. I get it.
So when you first got into Sailor Moon, what was like that thing that caught your attention that just kept pulling you and reeling you back in every episode?
Sailor Moon herself, like I
Okay.
said, I just so I'm also a big romantic too. I love her. I love that there's action. I love her as a character because she is like I guess funny. She's goofy. She cares for her friends. That's the thing. Like people be like, she's such a crybaby. She's so like this and whatever. I'm like, she cares a lot about the people that she loves. And again, that resonates with who like I am as a person. She's also a lover girl as I am too. And that's probably like one of the reasons why I also like Inuyasha also because of like that romance. Like for me in anime, I love action, but I also want that element of romance too. And
Okay.
they're just but you know like they're just like strong females and I like that every Sailor Scout like is also they're so unique and like they have their own like personality like aspects and stuff. Like you got Mercury who's like the very logical, very smart one. Jupiter, who was also another one of my favorites because I was a big tomboy growing up. And she's like, she's strong. She's like the tallest of all of them. She's a tough girl. Will have no problem beating up any man. Like she's really protective. But again, she's also a lover girl as well. She's always talking about like she sees some cute guy and would always be like, he reminds me of this guy that broke my heart, you know, and all this stuff. It's kind of funny seeing like I guess just like the what do you call it? I can't think of the word, but you just see like these different sides to them. Mars is cool, but she's also got psychic powers as a priestess, so she's awesome. And Venus is like she's her girly girl. She's like just, you know, beautiful. She's like preppy and all of that, but they all work so well together as a team. And then Luna the cat. I always wanted a cat growing up.
Love that. I
Black
got
cat named Luna.
I got a cat because of that reason. The name wasn't Luna. It was something
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the damn cat, but it wasn't Luna. But I did get a cat because of Sailor Moon's cat.
Yeah, so that was the other thing too. I love the cats.
So, do
Oh,
you
and I
know
can't
animals?
forget.
Oh,
Huh? Oh, I also was gonna say I can't forget the iconic transformation sequence. That was the one thing that I love seeing every single time.
Mm.
Like I in my head, like I sometimes I'm getting ready and I will like I listen to music a lot, especially as I'm getting ready for like work or whatever it is. I will play that song and in my head I'm imagining I'm just transforming that way. I wish I can do that.
so you probably have thought about this a lot. Um, and if there was one of the Guardians you could team up with, what Guardian would that be? Like you could pick any
Jupiter.
one of them. Who would it be?
Jupiter.
Why? I had a feeling as you were talking about it a little bit. I had a feeling, but why?
Again, she's strong. I thought her power too, because all of them have like their own like their own planet, right? Hers was electricity, so I always thought that that was just kind of like badass. Like she
Hmm.
would just like Jupiter Thunderblast, and the animation looks so cool and stuff. And I'm like, man, like that's powerful. Like Mars would be a close second because it's fire and that fire
That's my
power is like
element.
super cool and all of that. But I was like, but thunder, like to just like shock, like I don't know. I kind of like I like that. And but most of all is like she's just not afraid. She does like martial arts. She's tough. So like
Hmm.
having a team, like I know that we'd kick butt. Like we would just be unstoppable.
Oh yeah. I would love to do Mars. If I had to, I'm just a huge fire guy. 16
Yeah.
would tell you straight up, like any fire user, like I'm really rocking with them. From Roy Mustang to Ace from One Piece. The list will continue to go on with indie fire users out there. Even my boy Todoroki, that's
I was
somewhere.
about to say I'm like Todoroki.
He's somewhere up here like three different times. But that's my boy. That's my dog. I would love. I would love for Mars to be like my teacher if I had to take over these fire elements. She a beast.
Yes.
What? Ellie, if you watched it, if you watched Sailor Moon, you would know. Say, hey, who run the world? Girls. Who run the world?
Yes.
Girls. Like that. If that song came out around that time, I'm sure that would be the theme song for it.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, the theme song is iconic
It
too,
is.
though. I love it.
Do you
Love it.
do you know it by heart?
The English version, yes. That, like I
I
said,
figured.
um I did that as my routine for my pole competition, so I had to listen to that song like
Oh yeah,
so many
yeah.
times for hours on end. Where it got to the point like post competition, I'm like, I actually don't want to hear it. Like I had to stop listening to it for like maybe 2 weeks, and then I'm like, okay, I can get back into
That's
it.
skip intro, skip intro, skip intro. So Naruto would be probably your close second. I'm assuming for your favorite animes
I would probably put that as
out of
a
five.
third
That's
because
a
I got
top five.
third because I got Inuyasha. Inuyasha is like top, and Sailor Moon, and then yeah, I would put Naruto. Like that when you talked about what were anime moments that like really like shape you and get you like right in the feels. Like it's definitely like Naruto. Like I can think of like moments in that show where I'm just like, damn, like if I'm down and I need a little bit of motivation or I just need something like that spark, like I will go back and think to like that particular scene or an episode or something.
So I'm assuming Rock Lee is who you would resonate with as that person who keeps you up and motivated.
Yes. I don't take like pre-workout for the gym, but I will watch Rock Lee and Gara's fight as my pre-workout. And like right before I go to the gym, or like if I'm in the middle of a set and I'm like struggling and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore, I will go on TikTok and I'll just look at that
Scroll through.
one.
Rock Lee had a good match against Gar. I think my favorite Rock Lee moment was still Drunken Lee. Like out of all
Yes,
this, yes,
yes.
Drunk Lee is iconic. Put the Hennessy in the hand, let him go crazy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I resonate with him because he's just all about like it's not giving up. It's that hard work and
Yeah.
determination. And like everybody kept telling him, no, like you can't do this. Like you will never be like a great shinobi and all of this. And like they're kids, right? Like he's a child when he's being told this. Like he could have just been like, okay, like I'm gonna listen to you as adults, as like teachers, mentors, whatever. But he like continued, like he believed in himself, and he just was like, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it my way. I think that's like the thing that I really like. One of the things I really liked about his character too, and immediately when he was introduced, like, at first I thought he was silly, but then as we got to know him and on this deeper level, I'm like, I like this guy. Like he's my guy.
So you
He's
like
one
them
little bit out of
dogs?
Huh?
You like them dogs? Them people got them fight inside them. That's your characters. Them real dogs.
Uh-huh.
So if you could make a dogs team out of your top 5 anime and just put one character on this team to go up against whatever universe possible, let's say 16. Think of any universe in any anime universe at all you could think of, and have that be it. We're gonna see if she can make a team of dogs out of her top 5 anime that could actually beat them.
I guess we can say. I guess we'll say Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
So who would be my person?
Who would be your top 5 dogs? You get to pick 5 dogs, one from each one of the shows, to see if they can actually go into Demon Slayer and show out. Demon Slayer got some beast. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating. She has universal powers, so that's definitely cheating.
Okay, we won't add Sailor Moon in the mix. I will. Okay, let me think about my top 5. I'm gonna put Inuyasha.
Okay.
And obviously Rock Lee. Well, that's 2 shows. Let me think my other shows. And I can't pick anyone from Sailor Moon, right? Okay, but not Usagi. Not Sailor Moon.
No, not Sailor herself. No.
We're gonna put Jupiter.
And
yes. All right, let me think. Like, I'm like blanking out on the other shows that I watched. I like watch everything, and now I'm like, shit. What do I watch? Let's see. I'm gonna put Maki from JJK.
Okay.
I just love the strong women. That's like my thing. Let me see who else. Well, Goku, because I like him.
Goku. That's she clear.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
The father of anime, Goku, because she couldn't put the mother of anime, Sailor Moon, inside there.
I mean, think about
what
it.
A twist!
Goku and Sailor Moon on
what
the
a twist!
Team. Of course, they clear.
Honestly, I could have just said I picked Goku and Sailor Moon,
and have them go up against every verse. F it.
Clear.
Yeah. They clear it. Yeah. Yep. Okay, if I can't put Goku, I'll put Deku. I really like him. He's a character again that I have a soft spot for, like those characters that are like the softies, but they're tough.
Oh, them good old crybabies that show off.
I love crybaby characters. Like Tanjiro immediately clung onto Tanjiro.
Okay.
Now you see like my type here.
They have to have some type of just pain behind them that just makes them the crybabies that they overcome it.
Exactly.
See, look at that. So that's if any of you are out there and you're wondering how can you slide into Michelle's DMs, you cannot. Go inside there without being a crybaby. Let them waterworks start off with the emoji of the crying face and then go from there. Like,
no, it has to be not the crying one. It's the one that has the little about to cry eyes.
The sad face squiggling up. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be in tune with your emotions like that, and then you got to show off. You got to be strong and never give up.
So we know she likes Ichidori as well. Then if that's the case, that man never give up attitude. Or Asta. You watch
I
Black
haven't
Clover?
watched that show yet. I haven't. It's on my watch list because my friends have been telling me, like, you gotta watch Black Clover. Everyone's been telling me. I'm like, listen, I can only watch so much anime at once. But it's on there. It's on there. I'll bump
For
it up
sure.
on the list.
Okay,
16.
okay.
If you
Good
had to
to
give
hear.
her a synopsis about how to make this a must watch now, like the next current thing she watches, what would you say about it?
The whole never giving up thing that you talked about, that's literally his whole character. That's everything about him.
Yeah.
In a world where magic is everything, he has no
Oh.
magic, but he's able to overcome because he never. Yeah, it's
All right. All right. I'm. You know what? I'm gonna watch episode 1 after we get off of here, and then
it's
I'll.
like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's like that. I'm
I
trying to
love
listen.
that.
Listen, I got my. You can see him. The Austin,
Oh. Yeah.
right there. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
like
Because
that.
like I watched the show Mashal, and that was one of the things I liked about that
That's my
Oh
character.
shit.
man,
That
yeah,
That's my
it,
yeah,
shit.
it's
man.
yeah, it's like he just again similar to what we were just saying about this other character. Like that again. That's my character trope. That's what I like.
Except Mash isn't really a crybaby.
Yeah,
He's a
he's not.
workoutaholic though, so I guess that does fit your type still.
Yes, because that's also why I like Saitama
That's
from One
Asta
Punch
too.
Man.
See,
Yeah,
Hmm
see,
that's Asta too.
she got a solid like anime watch list already.
Mm.
I give it a nice little B grade. That's a B grade, solid as hell so far. She got to
And
throw
then
some
sprinkle in my romance ones in there too.
like Kami-sama Kiss.
It's on the watch list. I've been watching more of like the newer like romance ones and stuff and yeah, because like they just pop up like so frequently, and suddenly like my friends are talking about it like, you need to watch this, it's so cute, look at this moment. They'll send me like Snapchats and I'm like I'm like, all right, I'm watching it now.
Put that on a now list, not the watch list, the now list.
And, well, usually
But
because they're like 12 episodes, so it's
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
need to watch.
Well, if you do watch that first episode tonight of Black Clover, I promise you it will not be your last. You might continue to watch a few more tonight.
All right.
No, for
Probably.
sure.
Like you got me really like,
Episode 1, you'd be hooked in there.
yeah.
Would you
Okay.
say it was a rocky? It wasn't really a slow start to that. So for sure, you definitely got
Yeah. It's good. It's gonna by the end of the first episode, you're gonna want to watch more of it for sure.
All right.
For sure.
You guys are
Then
gonna
you
start a
on.
new get
That's
me on a new
definitely one of my
show to
favorites.
juggle with the other new shows.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But hey, you're gonna like it though. And it's almost over with to the end. The manga's ending soon,
Okay.
but the anime will be coming to a halt as well pretty soon. But you got time
How
to catch
many?
up. Seasons? What
Yeah.
is it? 4, 5?
I don't know. I don't know how
That's not
many
bad.
seasons. It's 150 episodes, something like that though.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. You know what? I usually watch like at work during my lunch period. I just like watch anime. Like I just eat in my office watching anime. I'll probably just watch it during that time.
I feel it. I feel it.
You're gonna get hooked on, trust me, and I promise you will cry a few times.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you guys know I'm a crybaby, so yeah. It probably will.
Would have never guessed that. Kid you not, would have never guessed that. I thought the Fountain of Youth was on your side, like Rock Lee, but hey,
I'm dead.
he's a different character. Your Rock Lee is like the mash for you, so that's perfect. But yeah, you got some nice things to watch. Want to ask a few more things, especially about last night. Want to get an insight from you about how you think the turnout was and how you actually how you enjoyed the night for sure, because you was doing something very special.
Sorry, it kind of cut off a little. It was cutting in and out your sound.
I was saying you were doing something very special last night, so I would like to see what are your recap from last night's event and takeaways, things you want to tell people about it.
Yeah, so I went to see Spirit Bomb. So they're like this live they play live music and it's all like anime music. The singer she is wonderful. I actually kind of like met her prior to. I didn't know like this was like she was in this band. Like I kind of just like met her individually and then I'm like, "Oh wait, you're a part of this." And she has
Mm,
a phenomenal voice. Like she
okay.
is like a trained like opera singer and she just like beautiful, like she did a lot of like songs and like openings that just with her voice so powerful, just like absolutely like beautiful renditions. The event was a lot of fun as well, like the musicians like talented, it was great, there was good energy. I kind of wish more people went, but I know that the weather, with the snow and everything,
Mm,
kind of like made it a little bit last minute for like, a little dicey, which I get. But the crowd that was there like was high energy, was good. I went with my crew, so I've got my like whole like little like anime group that I put together. Um and they went and they had a blast and we just was like, I always feel like anytime we go somewhere, like we bring the party just to like we
You
just like
do.
bring energy, like we just like bring this vibe and it's like a great time and oh my goodness, this child. We bring like this like really like great vibe and high energy and then just kind of like, it feeds into everybody else. One of my favorite things was they played like three Naruto songs
mm.
and I was like, we're about to Naruto run right here. Like, there was enough like space in the venue, so I was like, I just started. I went for it. I started just doing a Naruto run in a circle. Then my friends joined, and then other people went, and I was like, yes, like I love this. I love
We
this.
are fighting dreamers. Yeah.
That's exactly it. It was that. And I was a cosplay guest for it. It was the first time I've ever like done anything like that too. So, I got to go on stage as well. And as Momo when they did their song for the opening of Dan Dan, and I hit the
Wow.
Momo dance, and that was really fun. I loved it, but. Great like experience. Great music. The closing blew me away because they're like, we're about to end, but it's gonna be seven songs. And I was like, what could it be? They ended with Attack on Titan and sang all the songs. And again, her voice is like she's this petite woman, but she's got this like powerful voice. I was like, chills. I'm like, I got chills right now. Like this is good. And it was like the most like perfect way to end. Like legit, I like left the show and I'm like, I'm about to start watching Attack on Titan again. Like it got me in the mood to see it again because I was like, oh, there is a lot of Attack on Titan on my gym playlist too. So I'm like, oh my god.
Mm,
Especially that rumbling. I
Oh
know that has to
yeah,
be everywhere.
it
yeah.
is. Yeah, yeah.
Did
So
she
it was
hit?
great.
Did she hit
Uh,
that?
the rumbling.
Did
They
she
they
hit
did
it?
seem like yeah. So like next time they're in town, I think they'll be back. I don't know when they said, maybe in the summertime, but I hope more people like come out to it and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna try and go again. I love it.
Well, then of course we want to give Miss Michelle here some time. If you have any questions for us in general itself, floor is
Yeah,
all
Any
definitely.
questions
yours.
for us or anything that you want to shout out that you're doing or any like conventions or anything that you got that you're going to with your group or
Yeah,
anything like that, go. It's showtime. The
sure.
floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Sure. So I do have questions for you guys because again, I love to know the lore. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions similar that you asked me. But just to start off with conventions, I've got UchiCon coming up at the University of Chicago, like on the end of later this month that I'll be at, and then after that, it's like C2E2,
Hmm.
ASIN, An Expo, Anime Magic Inked. Like those are my conventions that I'm hitting up. We Touch Grass, that's another event that's coming up too. The rave, like
Twenty
oh, I
second.
love it. So I'll be there again in May. And
You
so those would
are
be the
going
things.
to Royal Rumble, right? You forgot that.
Yes, I am going to so I also
Oh,
love wrestling too. I like it. I'm going to be at the
okay,
Royal
okay.
Rumble. I am so excited, and I actually I'm cosplaying over there. I'm gonna put together Rhea Ripley,
Okay.
mommy. She's my girl. So I'm gonna put together a little outfit, a nod to Rhea, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you follow me on Instagram, you're definitely gonna see some of that stuff on my stories.
And that belt
Um
out.
and stuff from that. I'm excited. But yeah, that's kind of what I got in terms of like, events and things like coming up. And now my questions for you guys is I
Uh-oh.
want to know like what was your guys like first anime and like what is it about anime that like what got you hooked into it?
Ooh.
True.
I know like a hard-hitting question.
Um, I'll go. I guess I'll go first. I
Go
think
ahead.
I think I can't really remember. It was obviously on Toonami, whatever it
Yeah.
was, but I'm pretty sure it's either between Naruto or Zatch Bell being the first anime that I ever watched. I want to lean more towards saying it was Zatch Bell because that was the first manga I read because I saw the
Okay.
actual saw it on Toonami and everything, and then
Yeah.
learned oh, these are based off of actual books that you can go and read.
Yeah.
So I ended up, OG taking me to Borders and getting the book from Borders when that was still
Yes.
a big thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
books and all that kind of stuff when people
Mhm.
used to read, nowadays, but yeah, get those from Borders and just sat and get the book and I just read through it and be done in a day. The whole volume chapter books super thick. It's I don't know what it was that made me love it so much, but maybe I guess I could say the characters and the story, some of the stuff was relatable,
Yeah.
maybe in the fact that life obstacles, stuff that you
Mhm.
constantly have to overcome. Life isn't easy. There's always going to be a challenge in your way, but it's more so how you face it, not letting it, get you down. And then all the action and the fighting too, that didn't hurt,
Made
to
it
me.
better.
So
Yeah.
between I'd say it was probably between those two and then reading Shonen Jump in the car on the way to school in the
Right.
back seat, so that was
There's
probably the two.
one if there's an anime character that you feel like you personally identify with, like, who would that be? Oh, he has already. Luffy. Oh,
In the
Yeah,
back, it's in the back of the shirt
okay,
too.
ready
he
to
was
go. Yeah,
ready.
just everything. I didn't know that was gonna be, a question, but hockey, you feel me? Just I got into One Piece really, really late. I didn't watch it until I was older, somewhere in my 20s or
Yeah.
whatnot, when it was a lot more accessible. But the good thing about it though, when I was able to watch it and just watch it straight through, you don't have to worry about trying to find the next episode all over the place
Right.
and whatnot. And somewhere along the line, I finally watched it. 12. Another homie Bag, a guy from my work, from my job, Kyle. They all kind of talked to me and kind of defends me, and I ended up watching it. And I don't really know at what point I guess you could say maybe the walk to Arlong Park is where I really I was like, oh, this is something this is special. How they kind of rallied around him to just go
Mhm.
do damage and take care of. But somewhere along the line, you just kind of fall in love with him as a character and how much he means to everybody and how much his friends mean to him. And it's
Mhm.
real relatable in how I carry myself with our group, because it's not just me and 12. We got other people who go to stuff with us
Yeah.
as well.
Hmm.
So
So
yeah,
you're the Luffy
that's
of the
my
group.
dog. Yeah,
I
Man,
that's
like
my
it.
dog, Monkey D.
Mhm.
Hmm.
mm, for me, I would say Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I've watched,
Mhm.
and as well as the Weekly Shonen. Oh, loved Weekly Shonen with Dragon Ball Z. It had Naruto inside there. It had One Piece inside there. I think Bleach was in there. A few other shows inside there. Yu-Gi-Oh was in there.
A card every
Yep.
time they gave you.
I
And
love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I used to draw a lot, so like I used to draw like Super Saiyan Goku or Vegeta or whatnot, or Super Saiyan 3 versions, and just go from there. But yeah, it was extremely that was my stuff. The impact of my life that had with me was significant at the time. Then a character.
Yeah, what is your character? We got Sailor Moon sitting here, Monkey D. Luffy, and who is in your seat?
Grabbing a
Oh,
sword.
you guys were ready.
The best swordsman around. The swordsman that would give up literally anything to see his friend's happiness. Right there up on the thing, Roronoa Zoro. We got it's on all of our merch. It's 12/16 for a reason. Zoro's my boy. Will forever be because he just lives life. Like there's no telling what you want to do today. Just get up, go. If you get lost, you get lost. Just make do of what you're getting lost with doing, and then you will forever find your way back to your friends, regardless of what goes on. And at 16, we were locked in through high school. I got lost. Came back. We got the plan again. All kind of stuff, and it's been up ever since then.
It's been a journey for sure. Finally starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Meeting people, the people that we've met, the connections we made, and all the conventions and such that we've gone to. I never listen. We aren't like super big time or anything like that. We aren't like famous or anything. But I could have never dreamed or imagined we could have gotten to the point that we're at now. Like it just honestly feels so surreal having people actually come on, having people invite us on to their stuff. Like it's just and to talk about the stuff that you love, you know, I kind of lighten up my face and everything. It's everything to me, man. I really love it. We really appreciate you for coming on and taking time out and coming on to talk about it. But we just anime.
I feel like we're all about to cry right now together.
Man.
A triangle cry.
The triangle cry.
It's
no,
everything.
but you're right. And like, I think when people ask me like, what is one of the things that you like about anime and like this whole thing, like, why do you like to do what you do in cosplay?
The
and
community.
I tell them it's the community. It brings people together. And I think it's just so beautiful when you think of like the connections that you make, like you talked about, or like even yesterday at the event, like there was this guy who saw that we had this big old group, and like we was talking to one of my friends, and you know, he DM'd me. He's like, "Yeah, your friend was saying that you guys go to a lot of things together. Like, I'd love to join you guys next time you're at another like anime rave or live show or convention." I'm like, "Absolutely!" Like, I think every year I always bring people. Like, I haven't watched One Piece yet, but one of my friends is obsessed. Like, that is his show. And he's like, I know you haven't seen One Piece, but if we ever do one, he's like, you gotta cosplay Luffy because you just bring all these people from all walks of life together and bring us to these conventions and show us all these cool things. And like, you know, like it's a beautiful thing. And I'm like, okay, like I'm like, I haven't watched the show, but I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I'm very words of affirmation, so that just like really was like, you're so sweet and appreciated it. But yeah, like you don't dream, like, you know, when you're a kid and you're just like watching anime by yourself and all these things, like you just don't ever dream that one day like these cartoons, as some people call it, or anything like that is going to lead to you meeting and connecting with like really awesome people and talking about what you love.
See,
man.
See, when I do my pole dancing, I just imagine I'm like the badass anime characters that I see and stuff, like strong.
Insert intro music and just get the going with it.
Yes. I also want to show that like nerdiness is sexy too, you know, like that is like the one thing, because some people are like, I'm gonna do like a poll thing to like Star Wars or like this, and I'm like, watch me, like, and it's gonna be fire.
The Dark Vader helmet.
Yes. And that's the other thing too. Like I said, I'm silly, so I like to do just like very like the Grinch. That's random as hell. Like, who wants to see the Grinch pole dance? But I did it, and I loved it, and I had fun. And people were like, "You're making me feel some type of way about the Grinch," and I was like, "That's all I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. I just want to make people question their choices and their feelings about the Grinch right now."
Make, I mean, if you have not seen the video, go check it out. It definitely is fire. Of course, all of your social media will be posted down below, but you got some fire content over there. I definitely enjoy the stories. It's daily stories over there, so for sure check out the fire content. It's going up too. Anime pole dance and combination is up. So because you have not watched it yet, me and 16 are here to nominate One Piece together to tell you that needs to be this anime that you watch.
Yeah.
After Black Clover, right?
Listen, I was gonna say I'm okay with you starting Black Clover.
Black Clover is fine, but come
Okay,
on,
okay.
come on, it's the journey.
I know, and I know I'm gonna love it. Like, I know there's so much talk about the show, and I know like enough about the show to like kind of like get, but I
Get
know I'm
what's
gonna be
going on.
focused. Yeah, I know it.
C2, by the time C2E2 comes, Black Clover will be done with,
Absolutely.
and One Piece will be started.
I got you. I got you.
You're gonna cry doing One Piece. I'm pretty sure you would never come across a fan.
No question, you gonna cry during One Piece.
Have you guys cried during One Piece?
Yes.
Have we cried?
I mean, is a river made of water? It was bad.
No, it's not. It's made of our tears.
Exactly. All right.
No, there are definitely some
heartbreaking.
If you crying during Naruto, you'll definitely cry during One Piece for sure.
Yeah, get your Deku wet wipes together. One of those.
I'm gonna get my little Deku plushie next to me, like crying together.
Look, you're gonna have the same thing soon, I promise.
Oh, he is so cute. I always see like I've seen cosplayers, I've seen merch and everything, and I was like,
I don't have a chopper, but I have a Happy.
I love Happy too. He's so cute.
Our buddies for our cosplay.
Facts.
I like it.
16, take us home.
Alrighty, everybody. We appreciate you all for tuning in. If you tuned into the live show, we appreciate that. If you're tuning in to the rewatch on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. If you did watch, you did like, you did enjoy, you make it to this part of the video, watch the whole thing, let the whole thing run. We definitely appreciate that. It helps out the video, helps out the channel. If you did like, you did watch, you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more from the 1216 podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to get notified anytime 12 drops something, anytime I drop something, anytime we drop something together like this podcast episode, or anytime we go live on the channel like we did for Marvel Rivals, make sure you hit that notification bell, select all, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Make sure you guys go follow #MoonPrism_cosplay.